welcome back to 428 Shibuya Scramble. Last time we got a bed in for Achi, and I'm pretty sure it deals with, he told me, yep, he has to call Tanaka, but Tanaka didn't answer. So let's go back to Sawa and see if we can figure out why Tanaka did not answer the call. Mr. Osawa, it's Kajiwara. Ah, perfect timing. Osawa hurried to let the detective into the study. The bug tractor's picking up signals. Oh? Yes, from all over the room. What should I do? Mr. Osawa, please calm down. As if that were even possible right now, it feels like there must be... Okay, we've been through this, because this one was the broken bug tracker. Kajiwara here. Kano. Kajiwara's customary nonchalant expression vanished into a sudden seriousness. That's new. Sorry, hold on, he continued. I can't really hear you. He headed out of the room, the phone clutched to his ear. Osawa was left to wonder what the detective had been about to tell him. The bug tracker was what? What the heck is going on? The sound wasn't stopping. Deciding that he better do something else, Osawa took the bug tracker and checked behind his bookcase. It didn't seem like the signal was coming from back there. He proceeded to pull each and every one of the books off of the shelf. Nothing. He checked the area around his computer. He scanned the monitor. There could be a listening device anywhere. He found a small screwdriver and dismantled the mouse. The brown circuit board was lined with chips, but nothing appeared out of the ordinary. And still the mechanical sound continued, mocking him. Just try to find it. Go ahead, look everywhere. Beep, 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 beep. He is going crazy. He was being ridiculed. The sound just wouldn't stop. Until the time ticked past. Had it been 5 minutes? 10? Maybe more? He began to lose hope that he could find the listening devices and even to stop caring. Instead, he was overcome with the feeling that this room, which for years had been his sanctuary, had ceased to be his own. It was as if something other had intruded and laid claim to his personal space. In his secret mind, he began to hear the tracker's sound as a high-pitched laugh and a cursed, relentless noise, cruel and taunting, the mockery of the devil himself. Oh man, Osawa hurled the bug tracker against the wall. He needs a vacation. Also, watch the bug tracker, like the bug that be in this picture that he just broke. He picked it up. Or just smash it back onto the floor. Then he stomped on it ferociously. There was a satisfying snap accompanied by the sensation of the thing being crushed underfoot. The noise stopped. Or, well, it ought to have. No. And yet, for some reason, the horrid noise kept sounding in Osawa's ears. Oh man, he is having a very bad day. It wasn't coming from the bug tracker after all. It was inside his own head, somewhere inescapable, echoing within his skull. No, the noise didn't stop, it only grew louder. Why? Why? Osawa screamed. Why? Why was he being tormented like this? He couldn't take it anymore. He couldn't even think straight anymore. He felt his mind beginning to dissolve. Okay, brain freeze. The incessant beeping from the bus driver wound up driving Marcel out of his mind. What Kajiura was about to say just before he got the phone call was pretty crucial for Marcel to hear. Unfortunately, the call distracted him and he left the room before he could finish his thoughts. Things could have gone differently if only someone hadn't called Detective Kajiwara right then. What? Oh, this is nonsense. So I have to go back to Kano. Shizuo getting out the cell phone. Dada Sasayama. Right. We want A. He wanted to make sure his partner had gotten Alcaron back to the precinct safely. Sasayama picked up almost right away. Kano, what's up? How are things on your end? Any problems getting Alcaron back? Nah, I've got Tatano taking care of him. Wait, what? Kano could hardly believe his ears. You were in touch with Tatano, yes? He could hear the shock in his own voice. Yeah, just bumped into him over by the precinct a little while ago. Then he is safe. Kano felt a surge of relief. What about Hitomi then? Stanley glanced back at him, curious. Tatano says he lost track of her somehow, and then he got called back to the precinct apparently. Tatano had lost track of her. That's not like him, Kano thought. Since he was heading back there anyway, I handed our guy over to him, Sasayama said. I see. Kano was glad to hear that Tatano was alright, but his relief was tempered by a surge of anger at the thought of what had happened to him. Now I'm back to tailing the case, Sasayama continued. Today's my wife's birthday, you know? I plan to wrap this thing up ASAP so we can celebrate tonight. I've already got a present and everything. Is the present you? I mean you, man. Closing his eyes, Kano took a moment to picture Rumi, but Shizuo's face popped into his mind's eye right alongside her. Well then, just hang in there, buddy. Even if your girlfriend is just a picture of Masami Nagahama. Midoriyama Academy graduate and national celebrity, her popularity shows no signs of slowing down as she played the female lead in such films as The Beast that hoarded gold at the heart of the world and This Wooden Fortress. There's another nationally famous actress with the same name, but it's nationally known fact that the two are completely separate people. Okay. Still sniggering, Sasayama hung up. Kano bit his lip and slipped his phone back into his pocket. At long last, the traffic began to move again. Almost as soon as it did, however, Stanley had to slam on. Well, yeah, I remember this. And we decided to help him. So far, that didn't mess anything up. He has his face completely smashed against the glass for it to do that. And that has to be extremely uncomfortable. Also, it must be extremely hot because he is glistening right there. There's Alcaron walking around like he was never seen to begin with. Get out of the way. Just get in. That doesn't help because the guys are holding on to him. Yeah. AD's hard labor. Okay, moving on. Stanley returned to the car. Now this conversation should play out differently. Al Quran is taken back to the precinct. What's he doing walking free? Stanley gave him to his suit. Hey, Susan, I figured out. Or is this some kind of strange Japanese joke? Evidently, your detective Tatano let him go on purpose. That's the only explanation. Because before he accused Asayama. Enraged at suggestions, Kano took a swing at him, but Stanley coolly caught his fist. I love the reflection in his sunglasses there. It's not me you should be punching, the American warned. It's Tatano. Abashed, Kano readied up Kusei on the wireless, sir. Did Detective Tatano bring Tarika Karwan into the precinct? It would appear that Detective Tatano has gone rogue, Kusei replied with chagrin. He what? Surely Kano had misheard. We've received an eyewitness account. Someone saw him allowing the suspect to go free. No, it can't be. We currently do not know Detective Tatano's whereabouts. Or just what the hell is going on with him. After Kano ended the call, Stanley let out a loud chuckle. I see. Looks like you had a traitor in your midst. Kano grabbed him by the collar. Stanley snorted. What are you trying to pull here? Tell me what you know, Kano snapped. All I did was state the facts. Look, I watched that man risk his life to take down a would-be arsonist. He's a dyed-in-the-wool detective. He'd never betray anybody. You see? And he's the real deal. Kano stared in surprise. He expected an argument. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Tatano risked his life in order to get people to trust him. He's a dyed-in-the-wool spy is what he is. Also, I have never heard the phrase dyed-in-the-wool. That should have been underlined. Give me some background on that. His clenched fist trembling once more, he fumbled his cell phone. Again. He dialed Tatano's number. The phone rang 5 times but failed to connect. There has to be a reason for this, Kano muttered. Tatano must know something we don't. Really now? And what makes you so sure of that? Because the detective Tatano was sure this kidnapping wasn't about the ransom. Kano's mind drifted back to 9 o'clock this morning. Okay, we're doing the flashback thing again. Right before everything started. As we went through all this, and he's just being up ahead rose a building and stood tall against a backdrop of bright blue sky. There is not a drop of blue in that sky right there. Just letting that out. I guess it's supposed to be blue, but they have quite the filter for this flashback. Okay, can we get through this flashback now? It wasn't that long ago for us. Okay. And everyone is dead. I'll take point, you back me up. Okay. Stench of blood hit them as soon as they stepped inside. They were all stabbed to death. All people who were involved in the handoffs. Blood is not fully dried. No killer in sight. No traces of Maria. Kanan. Okay, so now we should be able to go to Osawa again, because Kajiwara did not get called, so Osawa won't have to go crazy from the Tanaka arrives. Okay. Wait. What? Oh. Is it something I have to jump to? Or... Alright, let's try Achi then. Because we didn't call Kajiwara, so... I have no idea. I've got no idea. Okay. Yes, the door is locked in, but you're about to kick it in, so we'll be okay. He tries to cause pals. Email. Wild delusions. People can become deluded for varying reasons about a whole host of different subjects. Thankfully, Achi's delusions here are an ultimately harmless sort. Okay. Stealing a quick glance at Hitomi, noticed her gaze happily at her phone screen. His delusions ran even more wild. Okay. While he was still fretting furiously, Hitomi finished typing her response. So, what did you wind up saying? Hachi asked. Explain the situation. You were trapped in a storeroom. You got some guys chasing after you and you're looking for some fam? Yeah. I also asked them to please keep this a secret from their family and the police. Whoever this Tanaka guy was, Hitomi sure seemed to put a lot of trust in him. A short while later, Hitomi's phone chimed with her reply. She checked the screen in a flash, all eagerness. Achi couldn't help but ask, so, what does that Tanaka guy have to say? Did his utmost to pretend he didn't notice. What'd he say? Is he coming to open the door for us? He says he's going to try to find the minivan, huh? If he just comes and lets us out, I can go look for it myself. He says he wants us to hide out here a little longer. What the hell? Seriously? He says if someone's after me, it's safer to stay where we are. Yeah, I'm out of the running. Hachi thought to himself. This Tanaka guy was clearly pretty concerned for her. And there was really only one reason a middle-aged man would think like that. Alright, fine. We'll wait. Hachi turned his phone off and then slumped back into a house. After 20 more minutes in the storeroom, the two were sitting in silence. Hachi had run out of things to talk about. Do you think you'll ever be friends again? You and that one guy. Susumu, I think it was. Hitomi's question caught Hachi off guard. If I know my very dramatic Japanese games, they will be friends at the end of this. Or they'll start a new friendship at the end of this. He stammered, unsure how to respond. Hitomi shook her head. I'm so sorry. I barely know you. That was insensitive of me. No, it's alright. I mean, sometimes I wish things could go back to the way they used to be, Hachi said. He let out a tiny sigh. Well, I hear you guys say it was the truth. I was the guy who found an SOS. Do you know what I mean by that? Hitomi gave a slight nod. I mean, I never wanted to be in charge of a gang or anything, but I knew that if I left, SOS would just fall apart, and I didn't want everyone else to get all caught up over who would take my place, you know? So I thought long and hard about it, looking for a way for folks to stay friends even after I was gone. A loud voice echoed through the pool hall that served as SOS HQ. Pool hall. An establishment for playing pool, formerly known as Pocket Billiards. This particular place is a pool bar serving alcohol. The standard pool table is rectangular in shape. It sports 6 pockets, 4 in the corners and 1 in the middle of each long side. It supports multiple games including 9-ball, 8-ball, and rotation. There are also tables without pockets. This style is known as carom billiards. What do you mean you're leaving? Susumu was positively red in the face. You are our founder, Hachi. You can't just up and quit. Susumu had been almost like a younger brother to Hachi. If anyone was going to try to stop him, Hachi knew full well it would be Susumu. Look, I'm not game material. All I've been trying to do is make sure we're all able to have fun. That's not true, Susumu said. Think about all that stuff you told us. Don't you remember? Every man gets to make one request in his life that cannot be denied. Those are your words, Hachi. Did I say that? It's the heaviest thing you've ever said. Then to Hachi's consternation, Susumu got down on his hands and knees. I'm begging you, please don't leave. Without you, SOS is nothing. Hachi could feel his conviction waver. I'm begging you here, from one man to another. This is my one request. Susumu, I'm sorry. Hachi could barely croak out the words. I'm leaving you in charge. You can't, Susumu pleaded. Please don't say that. Hachi turned his back to him in silence. Please, Hachi, why won't you listen? I can't possibly beg any harder than this. Enough with all the request nonsense, Hachi grimaced. Look at you, down your hands and knees like that. Pathetic. Ultimately stems from the Greek patheticos, meaning subject to feeling or capable of emotion. Over time, the meaning changed to signify exciting the passions and later on to the more modern sense of arousing one's pity. He spoke as harshly as he could, fighting to mask his true feelings. This is why he's not facing forward. I'm fed up with all of you. Because if he turns around, you see that he would be crying. If each rid of his mouth thought he could feel his own heart breaking. But if he can make the others hate him, at least he'll give SOS a reason to stay together. How can you say that? Don't try and pull that crap. Sumi's tone had changed from sadness to anger. Fine then, he railed. I'm never asking you for anything again. I'll do what you want. I'll take the reins at SOS. Hachi walked away, waving vaguely without looking back. Good luck. I mean it. Once he stepped out of the blue hall, he wiped his sleeve across his face. Came away. What? Do you see? Told you he was crying. He hurt everyone's feelings, including his own. Sometimes I think that maybe I could apologize to this guy so we could go back to the good old days again. But that's never gonna happen, not unless his symbol gets better. He stared into the distance at nothing in particular. At least he sorted out how he felt about his former pals. Is there nothing that can help your sister? He told me she needs a heart transplant. And the problem with the heart transplants is that the timing is tricky. Surgically implanting one person's heart into another body. Operation is typically only performed on a patient with severe heart disease who cannot survive without a new heart. There are strict requirements that must be met before a heart can be transplanted. However, chief among them, that the donor must first be brain dead. Even if there is a donor available, the transplant has to be performed within 4 hours, or things get dicey. Because lack of oxygen causes damage, referred to as warm ischemia damage. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. And any organ removed from a human body, a transplant must be carried out and blood circulation restored within a certain time window. Known as the total time. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that either. And used to properly transport hearts. Oh wow, I didn't realize. Somewhere where they could perform a surgery within the 4-hour window. It's the sister. The odds of that happening are so small it would be a miracle, which is what might do the trick. I gladly let her have it. Damn it. And I've got a strong heart too. He thumped himself on the chest again and again. He didn't mention he told me, but Susune's blood type made finding her a heart transplant even more difficult. She had Bombay blood? A type of blood does not correspond to the more common types. And first discovered in the city of Bombay, now Mumbai, on India's west coast. The blood type takes its name from the city due to its relatively high incidence rate among the inhabitants. One of the rarest blood types in the world. Apparently there were only a few dozen people in all of Japan who had it. Rare blood types such as Bombay are scarce enough that even nationwide blood centers seldom have them in sufficient supply. For this reason, when blood types are discovered in everyday testing, samples are quickly taken to be frozen and stored at temperatures lower than 80 degrees below centigrade. If Susune were ever to receive a heart transplant, it would need to be for someone who also had Bombay blood. Hachi? He told me it sounded like she was on the verge of tears. Wow. She must really feel bad for Susune. If you did manage to find a heart for your sister, what would you do? What do you mean? Say if you happen across someone who was a donor match. Is it her? Is it her and her sister? I would do anything. Anything? Yeah. Whatever it took. It was my own life and meant helping Susune. I mean, at that point, I assumed God had granted me a miracle or something, you know? Mr. Tanaka? Fortunately for these two, it's not Mr. Tanaka. Right now, Tanaka is at the Osawa residence on his way to speak with Kenji Osawa, who's washing dishes after lunch. Oh, okay. I will wait. Hitomi's voice was barely a squeak. For a moment, all was silent. Maybe it's just a cat. Oh, this is a jump. Okay. Or not. Suddenly someone hit the door hard. It sounded like they were trying to break the lock. You really think that's the knockout Achia's? I'm not sure. If it were him, I think he'd probably say something. Achi grabbed Hitomi's hand. He better hide. Soon was behind a large piece of plywood stage dressing. The door swung open with a loud creak. This has got to be Tateno. In stepped the man with the cane. What the heck, Achi whispered. What's he doing here? Gun drawn, the assassin prowled slowly around the storeroom. Achi Hitomi crouched behind the plywood prop, trying not to make a sound. The man moved out of their line of sight. Achi gazed longingly at the door. Achi was to peek around the corner of the plywood. He still couldn't see the man with the cane. The door was maybe 5 meters away. What should they do? Ooh. They just need to make a run for it. No, they need to wait for a safer chance to escape. If they make a run for it, he might just turn around and start firing. If they stay here, he might find them and start firing. So, 50-50 shot. But let's see. I just took a firm grip and he took his hand. Someone they heard the sound of a cell phone vibrating from behind a tall piece of plywood leaning by the door. The assassin stepped from behind it. They make a run for it. They probably have bumped into him. That was a close one. As you have to weigh a few beads of cold sweat. I'm sure this is the place. His voice was slow and confident. Uh-oh, did he have friends? Still clutching his phone, the assassin wandered deeper into the storeroom. Achi until he took the opportunity to slip out the door. Lock him in. They ran through the alleyways back home. Before they reached it, however, they suddenly found their path cut off by one of the foreigners who chased them earlier. The accomplice of the man with the pipe. And now he has a knife. He stood waiting for them, holding a knife in one hand. Out the frying pan and into the fire. They turned back. Achi knew the man with the cane might catch up with him, and he had a gun. Achi slipped off his sleeveless jacket and wrapped it around his left arm. He was going to have to use his left arm to guard against the knife while punching with his right hand. He clenched his fists and braced himself. Alright, Mr. Mean Clean. And suddenly he froze. Oh Lord. What? Huh? A small dark silhouette dropped from somewhere up above. Landing deftly, the newcomer lunged toward the man with the knife, closing the gap between them in the blink of an eye. Who is this? Who is the hero? The figure delivered a swift chop to the back of the man's neck. Who are you? He dropped to the pavement like a dead man, finally giving Achi a clear view of the shadow behind the man. What? What? Achi couldn't believe his eyes. It was a small-statured young woman with Middle Eastern features. What? What? What is happening? He told me that I had a little gasp. Kanan? Who are you? So Kana is the name. She killed everybody. Okay. And she seems to be friends with the twins. Or knows the twins. Okay. Sure, why not? Tama and you. Can I? Oh, I know that you do. Go jump. Okay. So there you have a moment. Okay. As soon as they had left the kitchen, Tanaka leaned in close and whispered to him, I got an email from Hitomi. She was cell phone to Osawa. It looks like Mr. Siri is being held captive in a blue minivan somewhere in Shibuya. But that man is still chasing me, so I can't really go looking for it. A blue minivan. Allow me to handle this, sir. I'll figure something out. Osawa knew he trusted Tanaka for a reason. Thank you, he said with a bow. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know any place she might have gone, do you, sir? What? It's just that all she's told me is that she's been moving around. I'm sorry. I really don't have any idea, so I replied. He was ashamed to say it. There wasn't a single place he knew of where his daughter might be inclined to go. Ah, I see. Tanaka, picking up his discomfort, was visibly embarrassed himself. He hastened to change the subject. By the way, how did your talk with Mr. Makino go? I confirmed that he was behind the human testing, but I don't know who sent me those emails. Tanaka paused for a moment and thought, looking like he might have a hunch. All right then, he said. We'll have to talk in more detail later. With that, the assistant director headed for the front door. Mr. Osawa, Kajiura spoke from the kitchen door. Peeping in on me again, huh? It's welcome. Thankfully, it didn't appear the detective had overheard his conversation with Tanaka. And good grief, that thing is noisy. If it's broken, why don't you just throw it out? The sounds of the bug tracker grew fainter and fainter. Something wasn't right, Osawa now realized. Mr. Osawa, Kajiura's. This is my bug tracker, so... What I mean is, sir, this one isn't broken. What? What was that? What is this sound music? What? A chill ran up Osawa's spine. What is this background music? He swallowed. I pinpointed the source of the signal, Kajiura said. It's coming from Mr. Tanaka. No, Osawa. I must have misheard that. Hold on. Say that again? I've located the source of the signal. This is coming from Mr. Tanaka, the detective repeated. This time, Osawa heard him crystal clear. I'm certain of it. Mr. Tanaka has a listening device. So if he had known where Hitomi was and said so, whoever was listening in would have known that too. If someone had been listening in on the conversation just now, then they'd have heard about the email from Hitomi. The kidnappers were the ones listening. That meant Maria's life was now in danger. How? This music. Why? Okay. Well then. I think we go back to Achi because there's another jump for our Tama this time. Maybe it's just a cat who's definitely Maria. The sales demo's over, and against all odds, I managed to get paid. Money clutched in one paw, I headed to the next shop to finally buy that necklace I can't stop thinking about. Hello? Anyone here, Kyle? There's no reply. Is the shopkeeper out? Ah, just a moment. Panting, the sales clerk comes scurrying into the shop behind me. Sorry about that. Just had to pop out for a second. Phew. You would not believe what I just saw. He leans against a pillar, gasping audibly as he tries to catch his breath. Ah, you're here about that necklace. You still have it? Of course. Thank you so much. I have half the money here and the rest is in my... Oh. Exclaiming over something very important. Oh no. Sales clerk gracing the clerk's work. What's the matter, White? My wallet is still in here. I pat the costume around the tummy. So I don't just take the outfit off. Well, I mean, the zipper's kind of broken. I wouldn't be having all the trouble if I could just get out the darn costume. Kind of broken. I'm sure there's gotta be something. It's way more than broken than that. The sales clerk points me to a full-bodied mirror. He's right. The zipper in the back is hanging open. Taking this thing off will be a cinch now. Oh, thank you. Gave him a bow. I'm not sure you need to be thanking me, he says. No, I do. If you hadn't pointed that out, I might have let myself stay stuck in here forever. So really, thank you so much. Also, when was the last time she's gone to the bathroom? Because... Who are you? Show us your face. Are you Maria? Yes, you are. And there's that big reveal. Knew it. Knew it. Deadly preposition. Well, alright. She took off her costume. Maria. It's no look, it's just Tama. Aw, okay. I'm so glad that she got out of that costume. But, yeah, one step closer to the end. I'm excited about that.